What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to Gorilla Lunch number 7. I'm your host today, the Gorilla King. Got with me Dave Webb, Craig, Pete Cray, otherwise known as Paramotor Crazy. Looks like he's on the road somewhere. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Dave, can you hear
Gorilla King? I can hear him just fine, Dave.
Somebody look at YouTube and see if we're live. I think I am.
I can't.
Let me bring it up on the tablet here.
I'm seeing live on custom streaming service.
All right. Let's go to my channel. I got to bring it up on my tablet anyway, so I can. Yeah, there we go. Now we just got to mute it. Beautiful. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. So here at the Gorilla King compound, I've quarantined myself for a couple of days. I wasn't feeling real great this morning, but I think I'm going to be all right. Wife wants me to stay home indefinitely, but you know how that goes. It doesn't pay the bills, so we'll see. I feel pretty good. I'm having these blue spots.
I said, make her go out and work, Rick. I said, make her go out and work then.
Yeah, no kidding. Get to work, woman. So anyway, Gorilla Lunch is something a little different today. I usually do it from my work truck, and I can't really start a Zoom and run a Zoom meeting from there and have other people on. So I'm at home today, so we can do it a little different. I got my buddies on, Dave and David, and later on we might bring on a couple guests if anybody's in the chat and wants to pop in and say hello, give us an update, let us know how things are going in your area with your flying or your working or anything like that. A little bit later, we're going to be giving away a windsock from Paraorange products. We'll get into that a little bit later. And we want to talk a little bit about the Wednesday night show, the After Dark show. We've had some changes. You want to talk about that, Dave?
Heck yeah. So we are moving it tomorrow to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same channel on the Trike Flyer channel. And yeah, guys, we have some exciting stuff going on. I've been working with my co-hosts, Dave and Kat, on some good ideas. Dave doesn't know anything about it yet because he hasn't been included in those phone calls yet, but he will. And, situation normal. But yeah, so we're kind of excited about going over to the 8 o'clock. We're hoping to draw some more viewers because of the 8 o'clock. And yeah, pretty much about it.
Dave, can you talk about the new format that's going to start this Wednesday night?
Heck yeah, actually, I probably should. So in the past, we've been using the phone line, and it works when I do my job, but audio is still marginal at best. So
it's crap.
So Dave Wolf the other day talked me through a new function in Zoom, which basically allows us to pull viewers in and be able to control it and put them into a waiting room, like a green room, and then pull them on air and take them off air as we need to. So tomorrow, when we do the show, about mid-show, we're going to go ahead and pass the link out for anybody that wants to come in and make comments, talk about topics that we'll be talking about. We'll be able to pull you into the waiting room, get your feedback, talk to you, and then be able to put you back into the waiting room and kind of rotate everybody. So anybody that wants to come on air and talk about things, then that's what we can do. And we've got a lot of control over it at that point.
That's awesome. I'm gonna
Dave,
make.
Do you have a topic? Do you have a topic for Wednesday night, Dave?
Yeah, it's secret. I'll announce it tonight when I put the link up.
Can you come up with it? Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Pretty much.
we're gonna try that out. We're gonna try that new system out. I set it up. And, we're gonna try out the waiting room function and this show a little bit later if anybody's around and wants to pop in. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah. No, I've actually been really busy. We're building a greenhouse, and yesterday I was building beehives, so I haven't thought about a topic yet. But we've narrowed it down to a few.
So I have topics for you.
What do you got?
I have another topic for you. So I had a bunch of phone calls this morning. My usual 8 a.m. routine is call Rick Davies. I talked to Larry DeChico. Larry and I had an idea that came up of a conversation he had with Eric DeFore, and then after that conversation, I had another conversation with one of my favorite pilots in the world. Her name is Leah Catullo, and we were talking about the topic was this: Larry had said to me that Eric had once said to him, who is the best paramotor pilot in the world? And I said to Larry, I said, what makes up the best paramotor pilot in the world? Is it the best freestyle pilot? Is it the person that can sit in that harness the longest and travel the furthest, like Lori Kadakis did? Or is it the person whose technique is the best launching, the best landing? How do you describe that? I said, man, this would be a great conversation on Dave's After Dark on Wednesday night, because then people could come out and say, I think the best pilot is this person, and here's why.
I think the best pilot in the world is who their trainer is.
No, we're not going there. We're not.
Oh. And Dave gets muted. Actually, that's probably a pretty good topic. We can start with that.
So that After Dark, that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Wednesday night.
On the Trike Flyer channel. Very good.
So
yeah, not 10
your
p.m.
time, Dave.
Yeah, 7 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't know why I did it. I did hit 7 o'clock, and for some reason I put it in 10. I don't know. I must have been drinking.
That's always a fun show. If I can stay up. That's where we kind of cut loose and say whatever we want, where the Sunday night, our Paramotor Nation, we try to be a little bit more serious and focus on education and serious things. We still like to have fun, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the whole idea behind it, and Dave was so gracious when he kind of gave me the reins with it, is I wanted more of the fun side, sit at a campfire, at a fly-in, all topics go. And as you know, Dave's been working with us to keep the OPN Sunday night more serious, more educational, straight line. So, it really works out well. You kind of get the best of both worlds, or you can watch one over the other depending on which side you really want to stay. So, it works so well. It works so well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, I'd like to see you continue to build. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Rick.
Your video's in and out there, David. David's on the road. He's essential services. He's in the construction.
Yeah, I know. I'm going through.
So we'll just mute him for a minute. So he's still out on the road because he works with windows and in the construction industry. He's essential services. So this is my show, David. Remember, I'm in charge today. So anyway, there went the monetization, but that's okay. See if his video's any good yet. How we doing, Dave? Is that better?
Buddy, I'm just in the middle of farmland. I'll be out of here shortly.
Oh, good, good. So anyway, hey, guys in the chat, I'd like to say hello to everybody. Guys, thanks for coming along. How's everybody doing? Are we all working? Are we home, or are you essential services like some of us? Dave, Trike Flyer is off of work. He's building beehives and chicken coops, catching up on stuff.
Greenhouse. Actually, today we're working on the greenhouse, fully aquaponic system for the blue tilapia I have, and gonna start putting in the gardens as soon as this freaking rain stops. Man. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Mike Lanscutter, my buddy's in the chat. Hey, Mike, Nick Griffin, JP Tulo, John Adams, Ripman Ryden, Mike Fogel, Charlie Walsh, John of the Jungle, Bob Garber, Linda Anderson, Kevin Can Fly. Yeah, we got a pretty good turnout here today. Charlie Walsh, what's up, buddy? John Adams, I think I said that. I got a short memory. That's how it goes. So anyway, I'm going to be giving away a Paraorange windsock. This is a commemorative windsock from the Florida Fun Fest 2020. So if you were there, that's really cool. If you weren't, that's cool. Then you even have a souvenir. These are the low velocity windsocks from Paraorange products. You can see my little fan is blowing that one there now. They're made out of ripstop nylon. David made a pretty nice video for those. I think it's going to be on the Paraorange website here shortly. And they're very nice. This is what I use. I got one off of Larry and Chris at Palm Bay at Fun Fest last year. So and we're going to do a little bit different. Instead of just listing everybody in the chat into a wheel, I put some rules in the description over there. what I ask is that if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it, and just leave a comment, not on the chat here, but on the regular video comments. I'll be going through after this show and listing all of the names, everybody that made a comment, like and subscribe. And I'll be putting them into a wheel, and I'll do a drawing in a few days, probably like Friday or Saturday. It's just hard to manage all this stuff on the go here. So if you guys want to do that, I'd be happy to sign it if you want. I'll sign Trike Flyer's name. I'll even put Tucker's name on it if you want, whatever you guys want, and I'll get it sent out to you. So just check that out and make a comment there in the description, and somebody can probably use one. I know John of the Jungle said don't put him in. He already has one. I know a lot of you guys do. So for the guys that don't, or one of your buddies needs one, go ahead and enter the contest, and we'll get it out to you. I want to say a big thanks to Larry and Chris at Paraorange for this. And in the description, I also put a link to their site where you can check out the low velocity windsocks, and probably David Wolf's video where he did a nice little demo of the windsock. So check that out too. Support those guys. They're good people.
I just put out another video that I just sent him another one on the stuff sack as well.
Yes,
stuff
good.
bag or whatever they call it. But yeah, that's another one. So there's gonna be a little demo on each of their products.
Nice.
Coming up.
And I just got the paramotor cover. Dad bought that for me while we were at Fun Fest, at Florida Fun Fest. Let's see here. And I'll try to bring up a share and show you. I'm a little bit handicapped at this sometimes. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not.
It happens with older age.
Yeah, I guess so.
They make a pill for that, though.
Yeah, they do, don't they? There's my my paramotor cover. And I do have a trike. It covers the trike nicely. They even put my name on the back of it. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm doing some funny Max Headroom stuff. There it is on the front. It covers most of my trike except for the front wheel, and it's made for a regular foot launch paramotor, but it does really nice on the trike. It'll be really nice when I go to the fly-ins and those type of things.
I pulled my trike out yesterday.
Speaking of fly-ins, I had this I came across. I wanted to share.
Yeah, he said he's got it in the jammer. Take two. I'm here at Florida Fun Fest, Palm Bay flying with Mark Amundsen. And I've been wanting to ask you for a while. Yeah, a while ago, you fired off a video toward Tom Kubat. Some people know who he is. They watch it. Not many people know who he is. And you put a lot into that video. It was awesome. I think it was some of your best work. I was kind of embarrassed. I made it and I was like, I thought it was really good. Really? I thought it was great. Thanks, man. So have you heard anything back? Yeah, I met him right over there the other night. And he was just like, you're the best pilot in the paramotor industry. And I was like, you're right. And then he left. That was it. No, he was like really, like, he just ran away. I mean, he's cool. So you guys are cool with each other? Oh, we were going to wrestle because I brought a bunch of baby oaks. I sold spokesman. So we were going to, like, wrestle each other. And he said no. Then he couldn't find him? Well, he said no. But I think tonight we might wrestle.
So anyway, that was just a little tidbit I found. Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
That was our buddy Mark Amundsen talking about Tom Kubat. We're still waiting for the return fire there, but it's not happening yet.
Well, that was a good show on Sunday night, I thought, with Tom Kubat. And we got a surprise with Andrew Fuller in there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
The after
show.
Yeah.
What time did you stay on till, Dave? You said you were only going to stay on a couple minutes.
No, I ended up staying on for about an hour. And there had to have been 15, 20 people in there. I mean, it was insane.
Well, I got off there was 20 people left when I logged off. Kate was telling me that she was on till about 11:30 at night. and it was still going strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think, oh, there's Rick. Hey, Rick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Hey, what do you guys think? And I know we're talking with an audience here, but I had this idea for a fundraiser for Resurgence. And I know we talked about it. Do you think that Sunday night's not a good time to do it because of everything that's going on right now? Maybe we should save that for another time?
I was kind of thinking along those lines too, Dave, and I was going to bring it up to you that it might not be the best time for that.
All right. Why don't we hold off on this? Yeah, we'll wait on that one. We'll do it when we're a little.
Yeah, and there's just, there's so many people out of work right now and everything.
Yeah.
So what I'm working on now is I'm going to try to post a link to the show if anybody wants to come in and join us, wants to ask any questions or just say hi.
I've got my work crew showing up right now, so I'm going to take off here in just a minute.
All right, Dave.
That's BS, man. That's just BS right there.
Telling you.
Hey, gotta pay people.
Are they your worker bees?
Do what?
Are they your worker bees?
Yeah, they're my worker bees.
There you go.
What are you building? You building a greenhouse now, Dave, you said?
Yeah, building a aquaponic greenhouse. That's why I've got the blue tilapia. I've got my breeding stock going right now. And when we finish that up, we'll be putting them into the tank and starting another aquaponic greenhouse. So,
nice.
Yeah, anybody not real familiar with it, is aquaponics cuts the grow time down about 40–50%. So if it takes 100 days to grow something, an aquaponic system can do it in about half the time. And you also get really, really good quality things that you grow because you're using the fish waste basically as fertilizer. And as that water level comes up and then sucks back down about every 10–15 minutes, it gives the roots nutrients and then sucks the water out and gives them oxygen. So it really supercharges the plants. You get some really, really good stuff out of there.
That's awesome. And
it cleans the water.
And you can grow year round. You basically trick the plants into thinking it's whatever time of year you want, right?
Yeah, I can grow avocados out here in Texas in the middle of winter.
Nice.
It's that simple. And it's real good for the fish. It cleans the water, supercharges the fish, gives them all the nutrients. So next thing you know, you're coming out with 1 pound fillets of blue tilapia, and they're hand raised, so you know where they've been, you know what they've been eating, and they're just delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
That's good fish, huh? It's good white fish, I hear.
Yeah, it really is. Well, heck, when the females are capable of getting between about 200 and 1,000 eggs. What's that, Dave?
I was asking, do you raise any gefilte fish too?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yep, gefilte fish. Yeah, we can do that.
Fish.
Yeah, gefilte fish.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
You guys might be getting some fish on ice because the female is capable of doing 200 to 1,000 eggs per lay every 5 weeks, 70% hatch rate, and these things are ready to go within about 5 months on anywhere from about a ½ pound to 3/4 pound fillet.
Oh wow!
And I've got several females, so I'm capable of putting out thousands of fish, in just a short time. A lot of them just go into my lake to feed my bass. So
I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than a woman with a good leg and a woman that'll feed.
That's right.
Your ass. That's awesome.
Yeah, since we're on Gorilla Channel, I guess we can do an after dark, can't we?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want on here. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's for fun and entertainment anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, worth it. How many people are watching, Rick?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying attention. 25.
Wow.
25 people and only 7 thumbs up. You guys hit the thumbs up. Hey, I'm going to bring in a special guest from, I don't remember where, but JP.
There you go.
Let him in here.
Listen, before you do that, I got to go. They're sitting there judging me right now, so I've got to go do that. And,
all right, buddy.
Man, Rick, thank you for having me on. Dave, I'm going to be giving you a call a little later on, probably after work.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, guys. See ya.
All right, buddy. See ya. JP, what's up, brother? Can you hear us? I think I've got some setting screwed up here. Kevin can fly, wants to come in. We'll bring him in 2 at a time for now.
You may have hit the. All right. So you know what? You could talk about, Rick, or maybe you don't want to. You had a great idea this morning about some future videos of yours. You want to share, or you want to keep that?
No, I think I'm gonna keep that under until I get it together. Kevin, say something, and it'll let me unmute you here.
Okay.
Test.
Gotcha, JP. There you go. Now we should have Kevin. JP, where do you live at? I forget.
I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, you're not too far from David, are you?
Yeah, he's a little bit south of me.
No, we missed you last night. I was hoping you'd come out and fly with us last night.
Oh, you guys flew last night? I was working all day yesterday. Where'd you fly at?
I flew. Red Stewart.
Oh, yeah? Man.
There's probably about half a dozen of us flying.
Damn.
Right at sunset. It was a blast.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a little choppy at first, but it became better at the end. They were at the end, and we were just having fun. We were doing a lot. Everybody was doing like spirals, and I was doing some wingovers.
Nice.
At one point, Chris and I were just circling each other like this, and then him and one of the students were just cut off their powers and circled from about 3,000 feet down, just circling each other. It was awesome. They were laughing and giggling, and it was happening a good time.
Yeah, it's hard not to do it sometimes.
We said, "Where's JP?" And someone said, "Who?" I said, "You know JP." And they said, "Who?" I said, "Oh, I don't know."
I'll have to work on my brand recognition a little bit.
JP, what do you do? You said you were working still. What do you do for work?
I work at Napa Auto Parts, selling car parts.
So that's essential.
Yeah, for ambulances and fire trucks, whatever.
Yeah, or people that have to get medical
doctors
attention or get to the doctor's appointments or the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah.
It surprised me when I saw what the list of essential workers is. It's actually a lot of people.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
And I don't know about you guys, but it's on and off here. There still seem to be like there's a lot of people on the roads. I mean, the traffic is less, but there's a lot of essential people.
Yeah.
Kevin can fly. What's up, brother?
Going on, Rick? How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How you doing? Are you working? Are you off?
Well, I'm in that like happy zone where I'm like enjoying a micro retirement.
Nice.
No, I'm working. My brother and I, my brother and I should say, my brother got his contractor's license, so he and I have been picking up jobs, steamrolling, and getting things going as far as his construction business goes. So I'm sliding back into work, I would say.
That's good. That's good. Those of us that can work, I guess, are fortunate to be able to still make a paycheck. I mean, it's kind of scary. I don't know what the numbers are like in your area, but Florida's kind of doubling every couple of days and starting to become sort of a hot spot. So I don't know.
Around here, it's a ghost town. It's ironic. Midday, I can go drive, somewhere that would normally take me an hour. I can get there on cruise control in 20 minutes. So, in that regard, it's almost like driving around the middle of the night. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's nice.
Kevin, it looks like it's windy where you're at. That your windsock streamer is really blowing.
Oh, look at that!
Man.
Looks like Kevin doesn't need a windsock. He doesn't need a windsock. He has one.
You mean that? You mean those kick-ass Kevin can fly PPG wind mops that you can pick up now? PM me for custom colors.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those, and they only retail $4. And
What's
they only
that?
retail $4, and they only cost.
They're $25 shift. Yep, $25 shift. Custom colors.
Nice.
Oh my!
I can match your wing. I can do any color combination you like. Custom colors.
I love it.
David Woodful likes pink. Would love a pink one. David wants a pink one out. I know.
How long are they?
They're 9 feet.
9 feet.
How do you measure that?
3 meters. Well, I get a tape measure and I put it to the closest person and I see if they're even close to 6, and then I'll slap them if they're not.
Right. There you go.
Right. Keep your distance. Keep your distance, people. So I know David Wolf is still flying. How about you, JP and Kevin? Have you guys been flying?
Yeah, every chance I get. I mean,
yeah.
I've been refraining as much as possible and going when it looks really like I might hurt somebody around me if I don't.
Oh,
yeah.
see,
that's what I said. It is essential for my mental health and the safety
Absolutely.
of those around me that I get out at least once a week.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I've got an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, all girls. If I don't leave this house at least once a month, I will kill somebody. I guarantee it.
Once a month, hell, good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, I've been flying and staying safe. I flew all by myself Saturday without anybody around, which is unusual, but I really enjoyed it. It was nice. It's a great flight.
I thought about that when I was watching your vid, Gorilla, and probably 90% of my flights are by myself. And it's nice. It's just, you got yourself just able to get away from everything, get some me time, and just really connect with everything. But it's interesting. I wonder about everybody else I know people who won't fly by themselves, and it's interesting to think about the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
Well, I always say it's better to go when you got friends. Sharing an
Oh, and I
experience
would
with
if I
anybody
could.
is always better. But yeah, no, I totally agree. If the conditions look good and everything's looking nice and saucy, I'll go to the field and go fly. I don't care if I'm alone or if I got 10 friends around. If I'm going flying, I'm going flying. That commitment doesn't change with who's around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had somebody was supposed to meet up with me and fly Saturday, but his significant other was having some anxiety, so he ended up staying home, I think, and I was fine by myself. Yeah, it's nice to know that if you go down, there's someone else there to help you get back to your vehicle, to come pick you up or report it or whatever. So yeah, it's pros and cons, I guess, like anything else.
I just make efforts to do safety checks. My wife knows when I'm leaving, and as soon as I land, it's kind of common nature, whether I'm paragliding or paramotoring, that I'll just send her a quick text and let her know I'm on the ground and I'm safe. Because, it takes a little while to get packed up. If you don't land till 20 minutes or 30 minutes after sunset, then get packed, then get home, it can get very dark and, she'll start to worry. So as soon as I land, quick text, I'm safe, all is good. And then, life goes on from there.
Yeah, that's right. Have you guys ever seen there's an app on your phone called Glimpse, Glympse, I think, it's spelled weird, but you can share your location by text message. And I always send one of those to my dad. If he's not with me, I'll send it to him and he can see where I'm at. He'll see exactly where I'm at, how fast I'm going, how high I am. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool way for people to keep track of you if you're by yourself.
So we use, in our family, we use an app called Life 360. And it's a free app, and we can see where the kids are. They can see where I am at all times. So we just kind of keep track of it. We can drop them off at the amusement park and walk away from them, and we know where they are, what ride they're on. So we use that. And my wife doesn't care when I land anymore. I've determined she don't care. As long as the insurance is paid, she don't care. But I'm the same way. I prefer flying with people. Sometimes it's nice to go out by myself. But just for the same reasons that Rick mentioned, that if something happens, that you have someone there to pick you up. But also, JP, you trained with Chris, correct?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, and I see you're wearing a paramotor shirt, Predator paramotor shirt today.
Absolutely.
So just being with Chris last night, and I was mentioning to Rick on the phone this morning. I've now trained with 3 different people. I trained with Kurt Pfister, I trained with Mike Cotter, and I trained with Chris Holbert. And from each of them, well, at least the last 2, I've really picked up a lot of great information. Even with Chris, like watching me kite yesterday and giving me some suggestions and saying to me, hey, look, if ever you're around Chris Santacroce, this is the way you want to be kiting and this is a better way. And like, oh my gosh, this is definitely better. Little tips and things that I can pick up on. He was in my ears last night. I was practicing landings and different things, and I was showing him things I could do. So he's actually going to sign off on my P2 rating, which is great, after last night. And
little things that he was telling me to do that I've never heard from anybody else. Different ways to land, with different ways to manage the energy was great. So what I was saying to Rick this morning is the more instructors you get, the better, because you can get different things from different people and become a whole new pilot in itself, just with all these different suggestions from people.
Yeah.
So another good reason to go fly with people.
So does that mean you're going to get your USHPA P2 rating, Dave?
What is it?
Your USHPA, your paragliding P2 rating.
No,
Yes.
no, it's you.
No. Oh, no. Paramotoring.
Okay, you're going to get your PPG2. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I say? Yeah.
No, I just wanted to clarify, because there's definitely two different sides, and I know that your side of the world or country is pretty flat, and to get a P2 rating, you got to at least fly off of a high flight of a hill, and then do thermal practice.
It was probably because you referenced Santa Croce and the way he likes to see people kite. I can understand that.
Well, these two worlds blend together so seamlessly, it seemed like a logical question.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that's something I really would like to do. Obviously, in Florida, there's none of that. So I'd be traveling a long ways, but it's something I'm really interested in at some point. That launch
free flying is amazing. The ability to go up and not have to have all the noise and vibrations of a motor, it's fantastic.
Yeah. That trip that One Up Adventures takes down to Costa Rica is what really has my eye, launching off that mountain, the jungle down there, and flying down to land on the beach. That place.
So I will warn you about that spot, Rick. That spot is very dangerous that they go to.
Is it?
It is. It's really, really big thermals in the midday, and there's only a little postage stamp of an LZ for top landing, and you got a whole bunch of jungle you got to cross before you get down to the Grass Valley. So that's where Tommy crashed and broke his back.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great spot. Once you have experience in free flight, that's one of those amazing places where you can get killer lift and flights for several hours. But if you don't have the SIV, or if you're not like super on top of thermal flying, that place can be very dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
not a place to start out at, huh?
Not for paragliding. I mean, for paragliding, there's lots of great places to learn to fly. I mean, you're at the coast, so you guarantee there's a couple of places that you could drive to. It might be a weekend worth of trip, but
yeah,
there's definitely good flying. It's just sporadic. That's the reason I switched from paragliding to paramotoring. Is for me, it's it seems like a short drive, but it's 2 hours to the coast, 2 hours out to the middle of the gorge, which is this big ravine that the Columbia River runs down, and then we've got a paragliding site. The hillside is like almost 4,000 feet of vertical. We take off at 900 feet, and then you just bench up, and then you can get well over 5,000 or 6,000 feet cruising around.
Wow. That's cool.
But like I said, it's 2 hours plus driving each direction. I got an airport that's 10 minutes from my house. So $4 in gas to go fly for an hour out of the field, or $30 in gas to drive 2 hours each direction. It's just, PPG.
Yeah. It's to do a lot more flying for sure. And it's just, there's so much I want to do. And that's kind of on the back burner. I mean, I want to take an SIV first, and it's just, you got fly-ins and trips and everything. So it's tough. It's just so much to do, but it doesn't have to happen overnight. It's a long-term learning experience and adventure, right? So
it is. It's, I tell everybody that comes across me, whether it's training or just asking questions, I tell them all, this sport is a marathon that you never want to finish. It is not a sprint race. And if you feel like you got to the finish line and crossed the finish line, you've officially become dangerous. Yeah. Because there's no pilot in the world that can't learn something more down the road.
I'm a super pilot.
Well, that's a whole different category. That's a category of one, and he has a few followers that,
Well said.
Yeah.
So I had an idea for another show, Kevin. I think this would be like for a gorilla lunch topic or an after dark topic. And Kevin, I would want you to be involved. Rick, you should be involved. I should be involved. And it's a topic. It's not so much as a guest topic, but really a topic of conversation, kind of like the other one. But how do you balance family and flying? Because
that's a good one.
With you having 3 girls, me having 4 kids, and look, every time thank you. Hold on 1 second. Getting my Taco Bell here. Oh, I got to give you money. I'm sorry. There you go.
I gotta give you money. Yeah,
Taco
they do require
Tuesday.
that.
I'm so involved with the conversation that we're having.
See what you do, Dave. You
but
gotta
with-
hold up your little letter that says you're an essential employee and that you're like a police officer now. You should get free lunch.
Boom. Anyways, thank you. Thank you. Sauce? No sauce.
David
Thank you.
Wolf is #1 fan of the Tiger King. That's why I dressed like this today. He loves that show. He's enamored by it. He can't stop watching it. He was telling me.
Stupidest show ever.
Well, I pulled out my
anyways-
wing yesterday. The risers were all messed up, and you know why? It's because Carol Baskins did it.
Damn it.
That's the dumbest show ever. I don't think I can make it to the 4th episode. I think I'm done. Anyways, but look, every time I go out, and I don't want to, take away from this really good topic, but I feel guilty every time I leave my wife at home. Or last night, I didn't land till about 8:30 at night. JP, you should have been there. And I was like, I'm not gonna get home till 9 o'clock. I feel horrible, but she understands.
Well, and I think that goes right back into the other thing of taking care of our mental health. We're making ourselves that much better so that the time we do spend with our, friends.
That's good bullshit right there, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've been working on it.
Yeah.
That's some
Maybe.
Eric Farewell BS right there.
That's,
Making sure your cup is full so that you can,
Fill up
Right.
others.
That's
fill
right.
up other cups. Yeah.
Now,
So-
my takeaway from family is I try to make it a give and take. So I know my wife has lists of chores and things that she wants to see accomplished and done around the house, and so I'll try to spend a day or two, maybe even 3 most of the week. The part about living in PNW is it rains a lot, as you can see from my background. So when those rain days come, and I honestly, I'll give credit to Kyle O for this one, because I was talking to him and he's the one that told me, he's like, you spend all of those days, all of them, just doing the honeydew chores, putting in the time, putting in the effort, making the wife happy, making the house clean, making the yard look good, doing all the nonsense that you can't normally do when it's a great day to go fly. So then when the day comes around that it looks gorgeous, you go, 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the morning is a lot easier for me and my family to justify than me taking the entire day, leaving it sun up, going out to go free flight and not coming back until, like you said, 9 or 10 after dark. So that's my give and take. That's how I deal with my family. Is I try to give to them first and make sure that they have what they want or need. And then once I can see that my kids are satisfied and that my wife is, somewhat happy, then I'll scoot out and go for an hour or 2.
yeah. And you can always use this too. At least I don't play golf for 5 hours in the middle of the day.
Right.
Right. That's
Well, it's funny.
absolutely
There was a period of time where I got accused of having a secondary love in my life, and then my wife's friend was over hanging out, and they decided to go through my YouTube feed and stuff, just playing women like they do, and she finds out that the only secondary love that I have in my life is a big rag that flies over my head. So
Right.
Yep, that's it. That's it. And it can be, it can be consuming. It can consume your whole life. If you have a full-time job and try to have a YouTube channel and fly, it can really consume you.
well, consuming is about to become a whole
My
new
wife
word.
went through my text.
My last flight, I'm gonna have. I'll cheat this out here so you guys know, but I'm gonna have a new series coming out on how to rebuild the bottom end of your Moster 185. I've got about 2,000 or 3,000 worth of play in my crank now, so I'm gonna have to order a new crank, bearings, seals, and split the case, and then replace the whole bottom end of my motor pretty quick.
Wow.
So that's gonna be a fun new series to come out.
I don't think I've seen that one done yet.
It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's $265 for the crank and rod, and then $130 for the top end. I'm gonna go ahead and do the brass bushing while I'm in there for the exhaust, and clean out the decompression port. By the time I stick it all back together, it says in the fine print it should be essentially a brand new motor.
Nice. How many hours you have on it, Kevin?
The monitor says 38, but I don't know if was added at some point or if it was added new. I know that my carb, the diaphragm started leaking, and so I get fuel that drips out my throttle arm control, and that causes it to suck air, which makes it go lean on the top end. And even though I opened up the main jet to get more fuel in there, it's still, when I pull the plug, it's still like lean-ish. It's not like burning up the motor hot, but it's definitely, you can see it's not like oily. There's not filled up. It's be. And even after being the adjustments, I went through, did a little research on the regular pump gas. The ethanol eats away diaphragm over time, and it allows it to seep out the bottom, and then it allows a vacuum leak. So you're basically entering unmetered air into the motor. So it just cuts and goes lean. The motor runs great, and it's fun because you get it on the top end and it's got great power, but it's that definition of a two-stroke. As soon as it starts running hot is when you know it's going to blow up in a minute.
Yeah.
So I got some funny vibration on my last flight. I killed the motor, came in and landed, and then when you grab the prop and give it a shake, like I said, there's like just a thousand's worth of free play in the crank. So I'm gonna wind up rebuilding it.
That'll be a good experience. That'll make some good content.
I haven't seen a video about splitting the bottom. Everyone's done the top end, but I haven't seen anyone open up and split the bottom. So I'm gonna do a video about splitting the bottom of it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't seen that either. It's hard to make a good quality video, that kind of stuff, to get the lighting right. And it's tough.
I'm not Anthony Vella. I don't have $100,000 cameras and get lightings right. I just, like you, I just action cam and bad audio, go for it. It's all good.
Yeah.
He said, wait, hey, what? Bad audio.
You had to have seen Anthony Vella's video on his $10,000 camera, seen Rick's comment there, and then watch the action cam video this morning. It all goes hand in hand. I think Rick understands.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it, even with the modest channels. It takes so much time putting in the editing and stuff, and then I don't know. I've tried making good videos, and it's just the amount of time compared to how many people are gonna watch it. Is it really worth it? It's time is a valuable commodity, and
I do it for myself more than anybody else.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I will say it does make me a little sad from time to time when I check my subs and I only see 158 of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time and takes a lot of videos, and like David said, just you gotta love doing
I feel the same way. When I only see 700, that's after a while, you know what you're looking for, you know the shot you want, and you go find it, and you don't have to sit there and peel through.
Yeah, the more you do it, the more you edit, the better you get at it, and the smoother it goes. Sorry, I talked over you there, David, because your video was dropping out and your audio dropped out. But
and hopefully the better we get, the more we do.
Yeah, the more you do it, the easier it gets. You get a good workflow going.
I will say that. God
damn, this guy never shuts up.
Yeah,
this guy never shuts up. I bring him on a show. He just talks and talks and talks. Your video's freezing up, Dave. It's really choppy. You're probably in a bad area, so I'll watch until I see you.
I turned it off because
it's so bad. It's so bad.
Horrible. It's horrible.
I think you need to mix your internet like 40-1. I think 100-1 might be too lean.
Yeah, running hot. You're leaning out.
You need to put your Wi-Fi extender in your car now.
Yeah. So anybody else in the chat want to join in? Not very many people in here, but that's okay. 16 watching. Where'd everybody go? Everybody went back to work, I guess.
See, if it's lunch, well, the problem is I came on and I scared everybody off. That's the problem I have. See, as soon as I post the video, my subs go down, not up.
Yeah, the lunch break's only so long, I guess. And we've been on here for a little while. We've been on here for a minute.
If you're on the West Coast, it's a coffee break.
Oh, yeah, what time? It's morning over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock here, or a little after 9 now.
I see you're out in the sun. I see the reflection in your glasses. Looks like a nice day.
Yeah, it's nice and beautiful, sunny. Winds are calm. I really want to go fly, but I don't really want to finish off my bottom end. I'd rather take it apart with it still rotating.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So good. David, who do we have on our Paramotor Nation this Sunday?
Sunday is going to be Chris Holbert.
Yeah.
following week, Shannon Michaels.
Yeah.
And who does Dave have on the week after that? Got the instructor. I forget his name.
I can't remember.
Jack John. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Week after that, we've got Leah Catullo.
And we will have, if Endless Foot Drag is still going on, I haven't heard that it's canceled yet. Have you? Michael Mixer would like to come. Not Michael Mixer. Michael Holiday would like to come on.
If you watched the show this past Sunday, you will have noticed that I did talk to Michael Holiday. And he said as of right now it's still on. But as of May 1st, they're going to be getting together and making a decision for sure.
Depends on if we flattened out the curve enough or not, I guess, huh?
Yep.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I can't imagine it going on right now. Not with the way it's still accelerating, you know. And even after we get to the peak, you know, it's because we're 2 weeks behind with the numbers, you know. 6 weeks behind. I hate to be negative. I hope my fingers are crossed that, you know, every flying's still going on, but
what are the dates for Foot Drag? Do you know? It's like the end of May, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's still not long. Probably what, 45 or 50 days out.
Yeah.
It's on our website, the date of it. But also he said, you know, they may postpone it, but if they do, they're going to lose some of the international vendors that were scheduled to come in.
Yeah.
Which isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's really there for the pilots, but a lot of these vendors wanted to come in for the event.
Sure, yeah.
I think we should take what we can get at this point. You know, I'd be happy to salvage some of the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
Be grateful to minimize the effects of what's going on.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine. You hear about the death numbers on the news, but it's just, if you really think about it, it's really hard to fathom it. It's really hard to imagine.
Yeah.
So scary times, strange times. Oh, well, what do you think, guys? You want to wrap it up here? Want to call that a lunch break?
I think, yeah. I want to thank you for having us on.
Thanks for coming on, guys. JP, Kevin, thank you.
Yep, you guys have a great day. Looks like it's going to be nice and sunny, so I might take my motor off and start on that adventure. So absolutely. You guys have a good one. Everybody in the chat, thanks for stopping by, having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, don't forget to like the vid.
Yeah, thank you, guys. And go in the description of the video if you're interested in entering for the windsock. I'm going to do a drawing. I'll go through the comments in a couple days. I'll do the drawing. I'll probably go live like Friday or Saturday and do a quick little drawing, put them all on the wheel and do a drawing for the winner. So guys, support the channel and look at the guys that are in the comments. These guys are here regularly. They have channels, obviously. Check them out. Subscribe to their channels. Look at Kevin Can Fly. Look at JP Tulo. And of course,
go check out JP's video. He flew into a new LZ in one of his last videos and had a nice ass landing right there at the school. It looked like on some grass. It was a good flight. I liked it. So go check out JP's channel.
Was that a nice ass landing or a nice ass landing?
It was a nice ass landing.
Okay. And Paramotor Crazy, he's got a great channel. You know, you guys have seen his videos. He puts a lot of time and a lot of work into them too. So you guys check them all out.
You get that Fresh Breeze fixed, or you still got that thing in parts? Yeah,
Mine?
Yeah.
It's been working fine. Yeah, we've been flying it. My son's been flying it. I don't like to fly it anymore. I'm too hooked on foot launching now.
That's right.
He's a hot shot now.
We just gotta get Rick to detach those training wheels off of his motor and get him going.
Yeah, if I had the conditions for it, I would do it. I just really haven't. I like to fly when it's nice and calm, you know. I don't want to run with that thing on my back when there's no wind. Screw that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is everyone says that no wind launches are the hardest to do, and I actually find it to be a little bit the opposite. if the wind isn't high enough to do a reverse launch, then I want it to be dead calm to do my forwards. It's just so much easier to control the wing up overhead when there's nothing that interferes. Because a reverse, you watch the wing come all the way overhead, you input the controls. When you do a reverse, you don't get nothing until the wing's about 70% up. And by then, you're either committed to launching it or you're killing your motor and dropping it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's just
I kind of agree with you, Kevin. I tend to agree with you. You know, last night we had some good wind, and I was, obviously I'm always practicing reverse. And then kind of right as I was about to ready to launch, the wind just died down. So I went to a reverse, and my wing came way off to one side. And then you got a whole nother thing to add, another element of turning around and lining up with that, and making sure you're good there. And at that point, the wing could have come even further down. So I ended up blowing a launch. My brake line got caught in my prop, didn't do any damage at all. And I just ended up doing a forward launch, and just being able to feel the wing coming up is so much easier to me doing a forward launch in no wind conditions. I agree with you there. It's just one less element to worry about.
I just think that's that honing of skill like a golfer has when he uses his putter or uses his wedge, making that right decision on getting on the green. It's the same principle to me. It's like reverse kite, forward launch. I mean, that every little individual aspect of it, if you understand the conditions, if you sit and study the windsock for a quick 5 minutes, even if it's a little bit switchy, it kind of gives you an idea of whether you want to commit to a forward attempt or whether you want to try to commit to a reverse launch or whether you don't want to launch at all and you just grab a harness and kite for a little bit and see how that feels. I mean, that's always my advice is before I ever fly my wing, I always bring it up overhead and kite it a minute and just see what the wind feels like.
Yeah. And I know from experience, if it's windy, the best thing to do is get out a kiting harness and it's going to stop blowing instantly. So,
well, the minute you clip in reverse, the wind will die. That's a given.
Works every time. Yeah.
But that's my 2 cents. I'll leave it at that right there. You guys mull it around how you want.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for joining us for Gorilla Lunch number 7. Everybody be safe, stay well, take care of one another, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.